life through Tao. All knowing comes through knowing. All knowing comes through knowing. Yes, it is. Each thing that you perceive is through knowing. This self shines in his space through knowing. Perceive each being as knower and known. Shiva tells Devi. Perceive one being as knower and known. Knower and known are one. Whenever you know something, it is through knowing alone. Whenever you know something, it is through knowing alone. The object comes to your mind through the faculty of knowledge. You look at a flower, you know this is a rose flower. The rose flower is there and you are inside. Something from you comes to the rose flower. Something from you is projected onto the rose flower. Some energy moves from you, comes to the rose, takes its form, color and smell, and comes back and informs you that this is a rose flower. It is something like this. You have an object in front of you. You have a camera. You focus the camera on the object. A light. As you click the button, light flashes from the aperture, goes to the object, brings all the information, and that is captured back in the camera. This is how the camera comes to know about that object. Now that object is saved in the camera. Same thing, your mind is the camera. Your eyes are the aperture. You see a flower, you like it. Your mind clicks a button and a light goes to the flower, returns back with the color, the luster, the beauty and everything of the rose flower, and brings back, takes its form, color and smell, and comes back to you to inform that this is your rose, this is a rose flower. This is how it happens. If you take the analogy of a camera, all knowledge whatsoever you know is revealed through the faculty of knowing. Knowing is your faculty, and knowledge is the one that you gather through this faculty. Isn't it so? Knowledge, all knowledge whatsoever you know, whatsoever you have, is revealed through the faculty of knowing. Knowing means a light goes as the mind clicks through the aperture of the eyes to the object, brings back information. This faculty of the light going through your eyes at the command of the mind to the object and coming back, gathering the information, all that happens through the faculty of knowing. But knowing reveals two things: the known and the knower. Whenever you are knowing a rose flower, whenever you are knowing a rose flower, your knowledge is half. If you forget knower, who is knowing it? So while knowing a rose flower, there are three things: the rose flower, the knower, and the known. You, which is the knower, the relationship between the two, which is knowledge, and the object, subject, object, and what happens between the two. So knowledge can be divided into 3 points: the knower, the known, and the knowing. Knowing is just like a bridge between 2 points, knowing what is happening between the object and the subject. You are the subject you want to know, and the rose flower is the object. Ordinarily, your knowledge reveals only the known. The knower remains unrevealed. Ordinarily, your knowledge is one arrow. It points only towards the rose flower. The arrow is pointing towards its target. Unless it starts pointing, it becomes a double-pointed arrow. One end points to the object, the other points to the subject. Unless it starts pointing to you, that knowledge will allow you to know about the world and not allow you to know yourself. We know everything about the outer world. In the process of knowing the outer world, we forget all about ourselves. Unless it starts pointing to you. I am speaking, a live streaming is going on. I am speaking to an audience who I have not seen, but I know there will be someone listening to it. But if my focus is only on the audience, then it is incomplete. So this is what happens. People say things not knowing. How would you know that whatever you are saying may hurt the other? Unless you are listening to yourself also and you realize if the same words are spoken by someone to you, how would you feel? So when I am speaking to you, but I am also listening what I am speaking, what words are flowing, where the words will affect you, whether my words will transform you or not. Unless, and this cannot happen unless it starts pointing to you, that knowledge will allow you to know about the outer world, but it will not allow you to know about yourself. All techniques of meditation are intended to reveal the knower. Know thyself. Once you have known yourself, because you are the replica, as it is said, God has made man in his image. That means the inner structure of the drop and the ocean is the same. It's just a matter of macro and micro. So if God has made you, God exists, the totality, has made you into its image, it will have all those intrinsic qualities that are part of the existence. That's why Hindus say there are 5 elements of which the human body is composed of: the earth, the water, the ether, the fire, the air. George Gurdjieff used a particular technique for this, and he called this as self-remembering. There is a particular part of Hadith that says, Man arfa nafsahu arfa rabbahu. One who has known himself, he has known God. It is same as Gurdjieff's self-remembering. He said that whenever you are knowing something, always remember the knower. Don't forget the object. Don't forget it in the object. Remember the subject. Just now you are listening to me. You are listening to me, right? You can listen to me in 2 ways. One, your mind can be focused towards me. Then you will forget the one that is listening to you, as it can happen. I am speaking to an audience. My focus can be on the audience, and I may forget the speaker. You may be listening, your mind will be focused on the listening, whatever is spoken, but you are oblivious of the one that is listening within you. Mind is the instrument. It is something else that is listening to you. The camera, through its aperture, is capturing something, and that goes inside and is being processed there. When you are listening to me, you could listen in 2 ways. Mind can be focused towards me. Then you forget the listener in you. Then the speaker is known, but the listener is forgotten. There are two things, the speaker and the listener. Unless there is a harmony, a bridge formed between the speaker and listener, nothing happens. Gurdjieff said, while listening, know the speaker and also know the listener. Your knowledge must be double-arrowed, pointing to 2 points, the knower and the known. It must not only flow in one direction towards the object, it must flow simultaneously towards the 2 directions, the known and the knower. When the energy begins to flow in both directions, the knower and the known and the knower, this he calls it as self-remembering. Looking at a flower, also remember the one who is looking. Difficult because it is you. If you try this, you try to be aware of the knower and you will forget about the rose. You have become so fixed to one direction that it will take time for your focus to be on both you, the knower, and that which you want to know. If you become aware of the knower, then the known will be forgotten, because aware of the known, then the knower will be forgotten. This is the situation that each one of us. Now, how to do it? A little effort. And by, you will become aware of both simultaneously. You may start this process when you are speaking. You become aware of the knower also. This is why all conflict, confusions happen. You say things and you are not aware of the fact. If the same thing is spoken to you, how would you feel? If you become aware, if you are speaking and before a word and at the same time you are listening to it also, then whatever will flow out of you is the harmony, the bliss will flow out of you. Your words will be pleasing to whosoever listens to it. It will not cause any conflict and chaos. Maybe forgot. So only this much for this morning. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant day.